This is not just any old vote. It's not like in a general election when you vote 1 year and you go back again 5 years and you realize that you made a terrible mistake 5 years before and you get rid of one lot and put in the others. This time it's kind of forever. You won't be able to change it. This is the most important vote that you will ever make in your lifetime in determining the kind of future that your country will have and the kind of country that you and your children, your grandchildren will live in. This is the most dangerous period that Europe has known since the end of the Second World War. We have a sluggish economy. All our countries are suffering from budget deficit and, in the case of the UK, an ever-growing trade deficit. And if we go on like this, we will not be able to support those unparalleled levels of social protection that Europe has known since the end of the Second World War. We have 4 million migrants now banging on the door, trying to be allowed into the European community of nations, with all the difficulties of integration that will imply. But we have to do our duty by those people and find the fairest and most effective way of processing their asylum applications, distinguishing between genuine refugees and economic migrants. There will be tough decisions to be taken, but Europe has to do its duty and to find a humane way of looking after this unprecedented flow of migrants from the southern banks of the Mediterranean. And then on Europe's eastern flank, we've got difficulties in our relations with Russia. We've seen the annexation of Crimea. We've seen the problems in Ukraine. But the most frightening and worrying factor of all is the rise of extremist and nationalist and xenophobic parties all over Europe. There are many, many points of comparison with what's happening in Europe at the moment with what happened in the 1930s. And what did Britain do then? Instead of joining forces with democracies the other side of the Channel and the North Sea, we voted for appeasement for 10 years, and the rest is history. We mustn't make that mistake again. I think that most young people know better than I do why they should vote. So I'm not going to tell them why they should vote, but I'm going to say that I'm quite proud of what Europe has done for young people, and I hope that they themselves will develop, carry forward, and make even better some of the decisions that have been taken, the policies that have been applied to help young people. I know there's a lot of concern among young people who fear for their futures, who don't see much in the way of job security, who are not attracted overly by the political system. But the decision that you'll be taking to go and vote on the 23rd of June in this referendum is beyond political parties. It really is your chance to shape your country. You'll never have another chance to do it in the same way that you will in this particular referendum. The European Union needs the next generation. It needs the next generation to shake up the institutions of the European Union. It needs an injection of generosity of spirit and new democracy and new ideas. It needs the millennials, it needs young people to go out there, tell us where we're going wrong, and allow Europe to make that fresh start that we desperately need at the moment. So I would appeal to all of you young people to register first, if you're not already registered, to go out and vote, and preferably to vote for Britain to remain. It's your Europe, it's your Britain, it's your responsibility.